Hey, wonderful friends. Ever feel overwhelmed by your home, thinking, how can I keep this tidy now? For us in our golden years, our homes are sanctuaries. But as energy shifts, keeping them sparkling feels monumental, sometimes bringing quiet shame. I've seen this truth. A neglected home silently drains energy and dramatically increases dangerous fall risks. The CDC confirms it. What if 99% of seniors overlook simple, gentle ways to instantly transform their space and well-being? Today, as your trusted geriatrician, I'll share 5 easy habits to reclaim your home as a true haven. Stick around. The 5th habit isn't just about cleaning. It's about rediscovering your pride and purpose, truly transforming how you feel daily. Number 1. Tidy a little every day. So many of us for years have had this idea in our heads that to get a clean home, you have to dedicate an entire Saturday afternoon to a huge, exhausting, deep clean. But honestly, my friends, that's one of the biggest mistakes we can make, especially as we get a little older. We wait until the clutter piles up, slowly growing into a giant mountain, and then we look at it and just feel utterly defeated, don't we? From a medical standpoint, when we try to do too much at once, our bodies actually produce more cortisol, that pesky stress hormone. And for seniors, whose bodies don't bounce back quite as quickly from stress, this means we get tired fast, our muscles ache, and we're far more likely to just throw in the towel. Our wonderful bodies, at this stage of life, just aren't designed for those cleaning marathons anymore. Our knees, our backs, they simply can't handle hours of continuous bending and scrubbing. Have you found yourself with a stiff back, aching knees, or completely wiped out after just an hour or so of trying to tackle the whole house? That's your body gently telling you, hey, this approach isn't working for us anymore. Now, what if I told you there's a simpler, more effective way? Research in behavioral psychology shows that what we call small wins actually trigger the release of dopamine in our brains. Dopamine gives us that wonderful feeling of satisfaction and motivation. It's the secret sauce to building lasting habits. I remember my patient, Mr. George, a sharp 78-year-old gentleman. He used to get so frustrated with the stacks of mail on his kitchen counter. He'd tell me, "Doc, I look at that pile, and it just makes me sick." I simply told him, "Mr. George, just pick up and deal with one piece of mail every time you walk by." He chuckled at first, but a month later, that mail pile was gone. He told me, "I never thought something so small would help so much, doctor." So instead of waiting for the mess to become overwhelming, let's embrace those tiny steps every single day. Gently fold a blanket right after you get up from the sofa. Wash just a few dishes immediately after your meal instead of letting them pile up in the sink. Or tackle organizing one drawer, not the entire kitchen cabinet. Please, stop exhausting yourselves. Let's start applying this 5-minute tidy habit today. You will be astonished at the difference it makes. Remember, the goal isn't to turn your home into a magazine showroom, but to create a space that feels comfortable, safe, and truly pleasant for you. If you're ready to try these tiny steps to regain that sense of control, please comment "tiny steps" below. Number 2. Keep only what you truly need and love. Now, for our second golden habit, and this one offers immense, lasting freedom. Many of us, as we accumulate a lifetime of memories, tend to hold on to so many things. This might be useful someday. This is a cherished memory. Someone might need this later. These thoughts, while well-intentioned, can slowly turn our comfortable homes into cluttered storage units. Our houses, without us even realizing it, can easily become overwhelmed with old clothes we never wear, kitchen gadgets we rarely use, dusty stacks of papers, and gifts that just take up space. This clutter isn't just about physical space, my friends. It actually takes a heavy toll on our mental well-being. It can spark feelings of stress, anxiety, and even make it harder to focus. For us older adults, a messy environment isn't just an eyesore. It significantly increases our risk of dangerous falls and makes it harder to move around safely. As we age, our brains, wonderfully wise as they are, might process information and make decisions a little slower. Having too many choices or too many items to manage can feel incredibly overwhelming, often leading to procrastination and, yes, more clutter. Do you ever feel exhausted just trying to find your keys in the morning? Or feel a pang of pressure when you see those stacks of papers waiting for your attention? Those are clear signs that your belongings might be controlling you, rather than the other way around. Scientific research, like a study from UCLA, has actually shown that clutter can increase cortisol levels in women, leading to higher stress. And, conversely, purposefully decluttering has been proven to reduce stress and noticeably improve mood. I had a wonderful patient named Susan, a lovely woman in her early 70s. She had an incredible collection of souvenirs from her travels around the world. She just never wanted to part with anything. But after a nasty fall caused by tripping over an old box she hadn't moved in ages, she decided it was time for a change. We worked together to help her keep only the items that truly held deep meaning and brought her joy. A few weeks later, she told me, "Doctor, I feel like I've not only cleared out my living room, but I've cleared out a whole room in my mind." So, my advice to you is simple. Start with just one small area. Maybe it's a bookshelf, a single drawer, or even just your bedside table. Hold each item and gently ask yourself, is this truly necessary for my daily life? Or, does this genuinely bring me joy or serve a meaningful purpose? If the answer is no to both, thoughtfully consider donating it, gifting it, or recycling it. Please, don't fear letting go. Letting go isn't losing. It's profoundly liberating. It frees up space, frees up your mind, and frees up your precious energy for things that truly matter. You don't need to adopt a minimalist lifestyle. Just ensure that everything in your home has a purpose and doesn't make you feel overwhelmed. If you're feeling that wonderful sense of relief just thinking about decluttering, please comment "freedom" below. Number 3. Soft, flexible routines. Now, for our third habit, and this one is all about listening to your amazing body. Many seniors I've spoken with often tell me they don't clean because they feel this immense pressure to tackle household chores the same way they did when they were 30 or 40. They try to force themselves into a rigid schedule, and then they end up feeling disappointed and frustrated when their body just doesn't respond like it used to. This isn't about weakness, my friends. It's about wisdom. As we get older, our body's natural circadian rhythm, that internal clock that tells us when to be awake and when to rest, can shift. This leads to natural fluctuations in our energy levels throughout the day. Trying to fight against this natural rhythm, pushing ourselves when we're drained, only leads to more fatigue and more stress. Our bodies are incredibly smart. They're simply reminding us to treat them with gentle care. It's not laziness. It's intelligence and self-care. Have you ever noticed yourself feeling completely wiped out by mid-afternoon? Or felt like you've run out of gas after just a few simple tasks? That's your cue, your body's gentle nudge, telling you it's time to adjust your routine. Health experts often encourage older adults to break down activities into shorter bursts, with plenty of rest in between. This approach optimizes energy and helps prevent injuries. I had a wonderful patient, Frank, who used to try and clean his entire house every Saturday morning. By noon, he'd be utterly exhausted, needing a long nap, and then he'd feel guilty for being lazy. I suggested he break it down: a quick wipe down of the kitchen after breakfast, a little light dusting in the early afternoon, and a swift tidy up in the bedroom before bed. Frank was absolutely amazed. He told me, "Doctor, I feel like I have energy all day long now, and the house stays pretty clean without all the strain." So, let's create a flexible routine that truly works for you. Clean in short bursts. For example, maybe 10 minutes after breakfast, another 10 minutes in the late morning, and a final 10 minutes before you settle in for the evening. And here's a crucial part: rest without guilt. Do what you can, when you can. Please, stop forcing your body. Honor its natural rhythm. Slowing down isn't a sign of weakness. It's a profound sign of wisdom. Your routines don't need to be perfect. They just need to be kind to you. If you're ready to listen to your body more, please comment "wisdom" below. Number 4. Prioritize key living spaces. Our fourth habit is one of the most essential practices for maintaining your daily well-being, your emotional balance, and your overall peace of mind. Think about it. When you look around and see an entire house that needs to be cleaned, the feeling can be absolutely overwhelming. It's almost like standing at the bottom of a mountain and being asked to climb it in one breath. We often hear that little voice in our head saying, "Oh my gosh, the whole house is a disaster. How am I ever supposed to tackle all of this?" And because the task feels so massive, we end up freezing. We give up before we even take the first step, convinced that if we can't complete everything perfectly, then maybe we shouldn't do anything at all. But here's the truth. From a scientific and health perspective, certain areas in your home matter far more than others. Places like the kitchen and bathroom are hotspots where germs, bacteria, mold, and moisture love to accumulate. These areas are used constantly, and they can quickly become breeding grounds for illness if not cleaned regularly. Keeping them tidy isn't about being fancy or impressing anyone. It's directly tied to your physical health. And as we get older, our immune systems naturally become a little weaker, meaning these small areas of cleanliness matter even more. A clean kitchen protects you every time you prepare food. A clean bathroom safeguards your hygiene and reduces unnecessary risks. A clean bedroom supports deep rest, while a tidy living area lowers mental tension. Think about your daily routine: preparing meals in the kitchen, washing up in the bathroom, sleeping in the bedroom, relaxing in the living room. These spaces are the core of your life. When they feel clean and welcoming, your mind relaxes. When they're messy or neglected, you feel it instantly, even if you don't consciously notice. Have you ever tried to cook in a cluttered kitchen and suddenly felt irritated for no apparent reason? Or stepped into a bathroom that needed scrubbing and felt your mood drop a little? Or tossed and turned in bed because your room felt too chaotic? These reactions are not random. They're your brain signaling that your environment is directly influencing your stress levels. A report from the American Psychological Association even shows that maintaining a clean and organized living environment is strongly associated with lower stress hormone levels and better overall mental well-being. I think back to an elderly couple I once worked with, Mr. and Mrs. Miller. They constantly worried about catching illnesses, especially after a particularly severe flu season. Instead of overwhelming them with a full house cleaning routine, I gently encouraged them to commit to one simple plan: keep the kitchen and bathroom clean every single day. Just those two key spaces. After a few weeks, Mrs. Miller called me with so much excitement in her voice. "Doctor," she said, "we not only feel healthier, but the whole house feels brighter and more energized. Even when other rooms are a little messy, the clean kitchen and bathroom give us such peace of mind." So here's the heart of this habit. Focus on your core spaces: your kitchen, your bathroom, your bedroom, and your main living area. Spend just a few minutes each day wiping surfaces, picking up clutter, and keeping these areas fresh. You'll be amazed at how much calmer your home feels. When these central zones are clean, the entire house seems more peaceful, even if you haven't touched the closets or that storage room you've been avoiding for years. These spaces become your personal fortress of safety and comfort, the places that protect your health and nourish your spirit. You don't need perfection. You don't need Instagram-worthy spotless rooms. You simply need clean enough to feel safe, restful, and supported by your surroundings. If you're ready to make these key spaces your personal safe zones, your daily anchors of comfort and health, then comment "Safe Haven" below. Number 5. Pride in your home, dignity in your spirit. Now, my dear friends, we come to our 5th habit, and I believe this is truly the most beautiful and empowering one of all. You know, many older adults I've met can sometimes feel a sense of shame or a quiet loss of confidence when they realize they can't keep their homes as pristine as they once did. They might mistakenly think that an imperfect home reflects a weakened person. This can lead to them giving up on caring for their space, feeling a sense of helplessness, or thinking, "What's the point? I can't do much anyway." Scientifically speaking, a sense of autonomy and control over our immediate environment is absolutely vital for the mental health of seniors. When we lose the ability to care for ourselves in our living space, it can, sadly, lead to feelings of despair and isolation. The root of it is this: our home is an extension of who we are. It reflects our dignity, our self-respect, and our spirit. Caring for it, even through the smallest actions, is how we affirm our self-worth and our continued capability in this world. Do you ever feel a touch of sadness or lethargy when you look at a cluttered corner? Or find yourself with less motivation to start your day? Those are subtle signs that your living space is impacting your mood and energy. Numerous studies on aging consistently show that maintaining a clean and organized living environment significantly boosts feelings of happiness, confidence, and dramatically reduces the risk of mental health challenges. This is exactly the habit that Martha, from our opening story, discovered. She told me, "Doctor, I don't have the strength to scrub floors for an hour anymore. But I can still wipe down my kitchen counter, fold these throw pillows, and arrange my books. And every time I do, I feel like the Martha I always was, still valuable, still capable of creating something beautiful. That feeling of pride, my friends, is truly the best medicine for the soul. So, let's change our perspective. Look at your home not as a daunting checklist of chores, but as a beautiful canvas that you are painting with gentle strokes each and every day. Even if you need a little help, even if your body aches sometimes, even if you clean slowly, continue to care for your space in whatever ways you can. Please, be proud of your home. It doesn't need to be flawless to reflect a strong spirit and a meaningful life. Consider it your way of honoring yourself, a tangible expression of your inner strength. Even if you only manage one tiny task, celebrate it wholeheartedly. Each small action is a powerful declaration of your dignity. If you're feeling a spark of hope and pride right now, please comment "dignity" below to share that wonderful feeling. And so, my dear friends, as we gently close our conversation today, I want to bring you back to our wonderful patient, Martha. You remember, she once felt so disheartened, almost lost, in a home that felt like it was closing in on her. But because she embraced these gentle habits, particularly that profound fifth habit of taking pride in her space, her home is now a true sanctuary. She isn't just cleaning, she's nurturing her spirit. Today, Martha is thriving, not just in a clean house, but with a renewed sense of purpose and joy. She's confidently inviting friends and family over, and each day, she starts with a smile, knowing her home reflects her beautiful, strong spirit. The biggest takeaway, my friends, that I truly hope you carry with you today is this. You absolutely do not need the boundless energy of your 30s to have a clean, cozy, and safe home. You just need to be kind enough to yourself, patient enough with your body, to take those small, loving steps. Because a clean home doesn't just make life easier. It genuinely makes life gentler, more peaceful, and much more dignified. It truly does. As we wrap up our time together, we've explored 5 gentle, yet incredibly powerful habits that can truly transform your golden years, right in the comfort of your own home. But remember, knowledge is only powerful when we put it into action. So now, I have one very important question for you, and I truly want to hear your answer. What is the one small commitment you are making to yourself and your home after watching this video today? It could be as simple as, I will fold one blanket, or I will clear one kitchen drawer, or I will rest without guilt today. Please, share your personal commitment in the comments below. Let's inspire each other to take that precious first step toward more peace and dignity. And if you found real value, comfort, and inspiration in our time together, show your support by giving this video a gentle like. It truly helps me reach more wonderful people like you. To ensure you continue on this beautiful journey with us and never miss another video full of life-changing wisdom, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. It's more than just subscribing. It's joining a supportive community dedicated to living our best, most meaningful lives together. Finally, think of one person, perhaps a friend or family member, who you know needs to hear this empowering message today, and please share it with them. You might just brighten their day, bring peace into their home, and remind them of their own incredible strength. Thank you for watching, my dear friends. Stay healthy, stay wise, and I'll see you in the next video.